Alright, so I'm on the way to the mechanic to get my car looked at because after the last service there's like a weird smell of gear oil, maybe transmission fluid, I don't know, and that smell gets into my car. It's not gas luckily, but I don't like weird smells coming out of my car, so while I am at the mechanics for however long that is gonna be, I'm gonna find a way to get in some exercise because I just spent the morning sitting on the computer for like 2 or 3 hours, so I gotta move. All right, so here we go. Okay, so I just gave my car to the guy. He's gonna be trying to figure out what's going on with the transmission fluid, and I'm just gonna stretch while he's doing that. So looking around the room, we've got a couch, TV that thank God is not on. We got a little place to sit, carpet that's not that great on this hardwood, so I won't really be able to stretch that much. But anyway, this stool and I are gonna have a good time. So let's get started. You can basically make a place to stretch wherever you want. A little stool, get a leg up on top, and you're good to go. Just gonna hang out here for 1 to 2 minutes aside and stretch out my hip here because these glutes have gotten super tight from sitting all morning working on some stuff on the website. So I need this. Actually seems like I won't be here that long, which is nice. So instead of spending all my time stretching just my glutes, which would be good, would be totally fine, I'm also going to do a little bit of hamstring stretching since I know I also need that. Hopefully later today I can get in a workout. So I do want to stretch some things out here, glutes and hammies. So when I do go work out, my hips are working and feeling pretty good. So the transmission fluid just got changed out. I got to smell the transmission fluid. That seems to be the thing that was causing the problem. Hot transmission fluid, delicious. You astute observers may have noticed that on some of these hamstring stretches not really going that deep, and that's because recently I noticed that when I do things with hamstring stretching, when I bring the leg across the midline, I'm really stiff and tight in the high hamstrings on the lateral side of my hips. So I actually have realized I need to be much more deliberate about how I'm going after my hamstring stretches, particularly when I go into those angles, because I've apparently found a way to cheat that because I just wasn't paying enough attention over the last couple of years or year or two. I don't know how long it's been this tight. So yeah, that's why I'm not going super deep. I'm taking my time, making sure I feel it in the right spot so that the stretch is effective and useful for me instead of just continuing to cheat. One thing to note while doing this is that I'm blocking my foot and my leg. I'm here and then I'm kind of twisting over this direction. That helps me get this stuff here. Okay, so I've spent about 10-12 minutes stretching out my hamstrings and my glutes. I've been really deliberate on getting these stretches in the right spot, and now I feel pretty decent. I'm gonna go right back into more glutes, and maybe I'll get one more round of hamstrings in if I can. This way I've got a pretty solid amount of stretching for my hips and hammies, and all I've been doing is hanging out in a waiting room at my mechanic, which is pretty great. doing the stretch, just sitting on the couch, this can be helpful. If you lean back, you can get different angles on the hip. You can lean into it. You can also play with the knee position. You can move it in, move it up, move it out. It just takes the stretching hip into all kinds of different angles, which I find really helpful. Sometimes I'm really stiff one angle and I just need to play around a little bit to find where the real tough stuff is. My car is already done, so I managed to get in a couple rounds on my glutes, got a little bit going on my hamstrings, and now I get to sit in my car and stiffen everything back up. And yes, of course, I will go stretch again when I have time later today. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoyed joining me at the mechanics, and I hope you learned that you can stretch and exercise and do something to improve your hip mobility wherever you are. I'm Matt Shue from Upright Health, reminding you to check the description box for helpful links to our other videos. Click the subscribe button, click the bell icon, hit the like button, and then remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't. Okay, so I just made it home, parking in the driveway, blasting the fresh air. I think it might actually be better. I think we solved the problem. I think changing that transmission fluid solved the problem. I think we're doing better. Yes, awesome. Smells suck. Driving shouldn't. Well, it kind of sucks if you're in traffic, but anyway, yeah. Car smells less. Awesome.